Hi, I'm John, and this is my submission for the Chainlink Fall 2022 Hackathon, Agaia Online. Agaia Online takes place on a planet whose sun is dying, and civilization is in a constant decline. The world is ruled by a cabal of elites known as seers. They use their esoteric knowledge to leverage the superstitious fears of the ruling class to further their evil agenda. However, there are rumors of a new race of people, known as oracles, who will reignite the dying sun and overthrow the seer's tyrannical rule. So what is Agaia Online? Firstly, it's on-chain. All the items and characters are NFTs, whose image data is in the SVG format, meaning everything is hosted on-chain. It's Web3. The game logic and objects are all hosted on the Polygon network. And lastly, it's text-based. All the gameplay occurs within a text console. And how do you play Agaia Online? Well, firstly, you mint a card. All the cards are functionally the same, but some can be enchanted with an animated property. Using this card, you can mint a character. You can mint as many characters as you like. They too use Chainlink's VRF to roll random stats and an appearance. Agaia Online is also permadeath, meaning every time you raid a dungeon, your character has a chance of dying. And after following those two steps, you can raid dungeons. While you raid dungeons, you will kill enemies, collect loot, and explore more of the world of Agaia Online. Now I'm going to show you a gameplay demo of Agaia Online. So I'll start by visiting Agaia.online and clicking the play button. Next, I'll click connect and connect my MetaMask account. I currently don't have any cards or items or characters. So firstly, we will request a card and confirm this transaction. You can see my request has been confirmed, and now we have to wait for Chainlink's VRF to respond. After waiting, we'll click Claim Card and confirm that transaction. And we have now successfully minted a card. Now if we look at my addresses NFTs, we can see I've minted a sword and a card. So I got pretty lucky and minted an enchanted card, and this card is totally on-chain, just like all the other items in Agaia Online. After minting a card, we can now mint a character. So we click the Request Character button and confirm the transaction. And the transaction is confirmed. We now have to wait for VRF to respond. After waiting for a VRF response, we can now select a character name. I'll pick John the Brave, and I'll click Claim Character and confirm the transaction. And the transaction is confirmed. And if we refresh the page and connect our wallet, we can see I've now got a character and an item. And again, if you look at the NFTs owned by my address, you can see our character, John the Brave. And again, we got lucky with an enchanted character. Now that we have a character and an item, we can raid. So I'll select my character, John the Brave, and my sword, and I'll click Request Raid and confirm the transaction. And the transaction is confirmed. Now we have to wait for a VRF response. After VRF has responded, we can click Claim Raid and confirm the transaction. And we can now see an output of the raid. We can also see that my character found two items, a candle and a scythe. He also encountered a trap, taking 1 damage, and there are 2 other events that explain a little bit more about the dungeon and the world. And you can see those 2 items now minted as NFTs in my wallet. That's the gameplay portion of this presentation done. Now we'll have a look at Agaia Online's future. There were 2 major features that had to get cut due to time constraints of this hackathon. The first was quirks. Quirks were meant to be attributes that would be applied to characters as they raided dungeons. Things like courageousness, clumsiness, or arrogance. These quirks would affect events in unique ways. For example, while raiding, a high intelligence or perception character might notice a trap and be able to avoid it. However, if it has the clumsy quirk applied to the character, he may end up tripping and activating the trap anyway. In this way, characters actually become unique and have their own sense of personality. The second was invasions. I wanted players that were raiding at the same time to have a chance of meeting each other. They would then fight, the victor taking the loser's items and killing their character. And that's Agaia Online. You can try the game out right now for yourself on Polygon Mumbai at Agaia.online. Follow us on Twitter at Agaia Online for more updates. And I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Thank you for your time.